you, Captain. Cheers, Jer. Well, today, Thursday, 30th of August 2018, which means one more day left in August, right? September at the weekend, I know. Live till 5, it's the big show.
Wright in the afternoon. Now playing everywhere.
Come on, girls. You believe in love? 'Cause I got something to say about it. And it goes something like this. Don't go for second best, baby. Put your love to the test. You know you got to make him express how it feels. And baby, then you know your love is real. Don't need diamond rings or 18 karat gold. Fancy cars that go very fast, you know they never last. No. What you need is a big strong hand to lift you to your higher ground. Make you feel like a queen on the throne. Make you love you till you can't come down. Don't go for second best, baby. Put your love to the test. You know you got to make him express how it feels. And baby, then you know your love is real. Long stem roses on the way to your heart, but he needs to start with your head. Satin sheets are very romantic. What happens when you're not in bed? You deserve the best in life, so if the time isn't right, then move on. Second best is never enough. You do much better, baby, on your own. Don't go for second best, baby. Put your love to the test. You know you got to make him express how it feels. And baby, then you know your love is real. Express yourself. You've got to make him express himself. Hey. So if you want it right now, make him show you how. Express what he's got. Oh baby, ready or not. And when you're gone, he might regret it. Think about the love he once had. Try to carry on, but he just won't get it. He'll be back on his knees to express himself. You've got to make him express himself. Hey. What you need is a big strong hand to lift you to your higher ground. Make you feel like a queen on the throne. Make him love you till you can't come down. And when you're gone, he might regret it. Think about
Express yourself. Hey.
try to carry on.
It's Madge.
Just won't get
Well, should you wish to email us right through the afternoon, we'd love to hear from you. You can email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. That's steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. Text 88291 or tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Please, thank you. As I say, it's September come the weekend, and I just want it to be August forever because September, to me, sounds like autumn.
So if you want it
We want to keep the summer here as long as we can, so I think we're going to just say it's summer still, right through September, right through, I'd say, until about the first or second week of October. What do you say? Good? Yeah? Keep the summer going, old friend. Hands up if you don't like the bag left in. I'm talking tea. What else? Hands up, thank you, for changing all the light bulbs in your house. Don't forget the right wattage. Change all the light bulbs. Hands up for buying batteries in bulk. Rechargeables, yeah. What else? Hands up for new shoes for school. Don't forget to get measured properly. Oh yes, but I'm size 9.5. We don't do half sizes, sir.
Did you ever want it? Did you want it back? Oh my, tears me apart. Did you ever fight it? All of the pain, so much pride running through my veins. Bleeding, I'm bleeding. My cold little heart. Oh, I can't stand myself. And I know in my heart, in this cold heart, I can live or I can die. I believe if I just try. You believe in you and I. Did you ever notice I've been ashamed all my life? I've been playing games. We could try to hide it. It's all the same. I've been losing one day at a time. Bleeding, I'm bleeding. My cold little heart. Oh, I can't stand myself. And I know in my heart, in this cold heart, I can live or I can die. I believe if I just try. You believe in you and I. In my heart, in this cold heart, I can live or I can die. I believe if I just try. You believe in you.
Michael Kiwanuka, Cold Little Heart. That's a very cool song. I got 2:13 in Great Britain Thursday afternoon, BBC Radio 2. Warm and dry with sunny spells for most places. A high of 20, I think, in Dartford. I used to live near Dartford. Used to have tunnel vision. A dry and cool night for much of the UK, I know. A chance of showers across southeast England. Tomorrow, Friday, much of the same as today, but turning cloudy later on over Northern Ireland, Western Scotland and Western Cornwall with patchy rain or drizzle. Sunset tonight, Edinburgh 8:13, in Belfast 8:21, in Cardiff 8:04 and London 7:52.
If you want to contact Steve Wright in the afternoon, email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291, or tweet at BBC Radio 2.
Hello, this is Richard. I was just wondering, do you ever take soft gel medication? Because it's funny, isn't it, actually? That word always reminds me, soft gel, of Sofitel. And we stayed there once. The room service was very good.
Okay.
I must say, Tim, your whole appearance, actually, is reminiscent of the super actor. I don't know if you remember him, Robin Nedwell, in 1972. Lovely actor. Don't know where he is now. But it's something in the eyes. And maybe your gate as well, which we should always keep shut, by the way. Always keep your gate shut. Different spelling, A-I-A-A-T-E. Anyway, great chat. Good luck in your career. And, Brexit. Well, let's not go there.
The Queen.
The Prince.
And the King. We celebrate three of music's legendary icons and relive an era of timeless pop classics to mark their 60th birthdays. On Pick of the Pops, Paul Gambaccini hosts an hour each of the top 20 biggest tunes by chart superstars Prince and Madonna.
Greetings, pop pickers, to Pick of the Pops.
And with me, Trevor Nelson, I count down the massive hits from the King of Pop, Michael Jackson.
Paul Gambaccini and Trevor Nelson.
Available to hear now on the BBC iPlayer radio app.
Hello.
Hello. If you want to contact Steve Wright in the afternoon, he's a great guy. I could vouch for him any day. Email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. Text 88291 or tweet at BBC Radio 2. Great guys, great times, great station.
Good afternoon, BBC Radio 2.
And my hands can't feel to grip, and my toes too numb to step. Wait only for my boot heels to be wandering. I'm ready to go anywhere. I'm ready for to fade onto my own parade. Cast your dancing spell my way. I promise to go under it. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy yet. There ain't no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, it's the Birds.
Now, I've got to ask you this.
What?
Has Charlie Puth ever made a bad record?
Don't think so.
You've been running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. 'Cause you knew that I'd call you up. You've been going around every party in LA. 'Cause you knew that I'd be at one. Oh, I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. Oh, and now I'm all up on you. What you expect? But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just wanna
just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. You've been running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. 'Cause you knew that I'd call you up. Baby, now that we're right here standing face to face, you already know that you won. Oh, I know that stress is karma. You regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. Now I'm all up on you. What you expect, baby? You're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart, baby. You just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all up on you. What you expect? But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Over you. What are you doing? Hey. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, there's Charlie. Attention. 2:21 from Radio 2. Tonight, well, it's Joe and Simon at 5. Joe and Simon are with author and historian Lucy Worsley. Plus, she's talking about her new book on Queen Victoria, and there's another end of days quiz, a new confession, and more life hacks. Bob Harris. Bob Harris Country at 8 tonight with the best in country and roots. It says, Misha meets Gladys Knight. Ahead of her headline appearance at BBC Proms in the Park on Saturday, 8th of September, Misha Paris is in conversation with the Empress of Soul, Gladys Knight. Gladys talks about her frosty relationship with Diana Ross, a love for her friend Marvin Gaye, her gambling addiction, and the passing of her close friend Whitney Houston. All tonight at 9 o'clock.
It's Mr. Alan Bennett here. We're having a strawberry trifle whilst listening to the big show on the veranda today.
Oh, lovely. Save us some. On the big broadcast today, Shappi Khorsandi, comedian and writer, telling us about the new play she's co-written called Women in Power. Well, kind of written. Pete Benton from the Office for National Statistics with all the hot new data and trends they've been collecting on our behalf and for us. Tim Smith, Janie Lee Grace, Bobby Pryor, Adam Porter, the captain with the news, Shabnan Yunus Jewel with the sport and the oldies, chosen by James Hodgkinson in Beeston in Nottingham.
Steve in the afternoon.
almost tell that they recorded that on another planet, if you know what I mean. They were probably wearing corduroy shoes, a carpet and beads. Perhaps unlikely knowing what day it was. But it was far out.
It is indeed a great place to present to you at this particular time.
The Craig Charles House Party.
You're at the right house, my friend. Plenty of room inside.
Are you ready for start time?
I get to play my favourite funk and soul tracks. Tunage of the highest order. What could be more perfect on a Saturday evening? Listen, if it feels like funk and sounds like soul, then it can only be the Craig Charles House Party.
Fellas, I'm ready to get up and do my thing.
The ultimate Saturday night party.
Get down.
Channeling the love groove through the speakers and into your heart. Madam.
The Craig Charles House Party. Saturday nights from 10 on BBC Radio 2.
Now that's a trailer. Cheers, Craig.
I remember when I was lost, down for the count was done. Yeah, no one around to pick me up. I was so old for the love till you came right in and you brought me home. I ain't never felt this feeling. Ooh, I'm in, yeah. It's crazy the way you got the beat of my heart racing. Only love, you will build you up, break you down. Only love, I will sacrifice for your heart. I'll fight all for love. Make your wrongs alright, 'cause I know you're mine. Only love, that we share one soul, take me home. Only love, I found a home, I'm not alone. I found love in you. Yeah, took me a while, but I'm looking up, 'cause I know you love me too. 'Cause you came right in and you brought me home. I ain't never felt this feeling. Ooh, I'm in, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's crazy the way you got the beat of my heart racing. Only love, he will build you up, break you down. Only love, I will sacrifice for your heart. I'll fight all for love. Make your wrongs alright, 'cause I know you're mine. Only love, that we share one soul, take me home. Only love, yeah. Can say today, I'm telling you, got me feeling this way. You know feeling this way. Can say today, I'm telling you, got me feeling this way. You know it's true. Turn my problems all around me, up right off the ground. I'm so glad it's love. I'm so glad. All I need is you right now. All I need is crazy, so crazy. The way you got the beat of my heart racing. You will build you up, break you down. Only love, yeah. I will sacrifice.
Mary J. Blige, Only Love. This is Radio 2. Hello. Any chance of a shout out? I've come fishing in North Wales, but no one seems to have told the fish. Not having much luck. Love the show. That's from Chris. Tight lines and all of that. On the way home with my dad after buying school clothes, Ben and Sam in Durham. Can you give a shout out to Claire and Graham driving round and round and round Scotland? You're keeping us sane, or insane maybe. Stevie boy, shout out to Scott and Russell painting an outside of an empty pub in Corby, sweating in the sun and wishing the pub was open. This says, great show so far. Keep up the good tunes. Don't know who that's from.
They say they don't like the color of my hair.
Might be my dad.
My childish dreams, they won't get me anywhere. They say they don't like the style of my clothes, that I don't stand a single chance. What do they know? All of those sleepless nights, thinking I won't survive. Almost gave up, I was breaking. But in my darkest hour, I found my inner power, and life is mine for the taking. So I stand right here, and nobody will know. It's been a long, long, troublesome road, and I've got this smile upon my face, even though it's been a long, long, troublesome road. I did it on my own. I did it on my own. I did it on my own. They say that I shouldn't play my music loud. I'm going nowhere 'cause I don't run with their crowd. They say the world don't need people like me. Such hateful words, didn't know they cut so deep. All of those sleepless nights, thinking I won't survive. Almost gave up, I was breaking. But in my darkest hour, I found my inner power, and life is mine for the taking. So I stand right here, and nobody would know. It's been a long, long, troublesome road. I did it on my own. And I've got this smile upon my face, even though it's been a long, long, troublesome road. I did it on my own. Nobody's gonna tell me how to live my life. Nobody's gonna tell me I'm wrong, they're right. Nobody's gonna tell me what I can and can't do. I'm living proof, so I stand right here, and nobody would know. It's been a long, long, troublesome road. I did it on my own. Gonna throw my party, I don't care if you show. It's been a long, long.
Hey, that's pretty good. Claire Richards on My Own. 25 to 3 from Radio 2. Can I have a shout out, please, as I'm currently stuck at work in the office all by myself, and the tunes are getting me through the afternoon. Roll on 5 o'clock. Laura, don't wish your life away. Hey, Steve, can you give a shout out to Jane, Sue and Penny? Hello, Jane, Sue and Penny in Mallorca. You got it. Today, it's time to bring on Janie Lee Grace and Tim Smith. And yes, let's look at the factoids. Here's Tim.
I've got some umbrella factoids. Do you know what the French word for umbrella is?
It's something like pleur, because the French for rain is pleur, like it's a pleur thing.
Oh, very good.
Is it pleur thing?
Parapluie.
Parapluie.
Parapluie, as in Le Parapluie de Cherbourg, very famous film. The word umbrella itself comes from a Latin word, umbros, which means shade or shadow.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because in Canada they say ombrage.
Is ombrage not something else?
No, an ombrage is an umbrella. I'm sure that's what they say. Do you know who told me that factoid?
Oh, go on. Is this going to be a name drop?
Well, no, it's funny. I'll tell you who told me that factoid, so it must be true. Curtis Stigers.
Rhymes with tigers. And he knows everything.
Exactly.
That's known that he knows everything there is to know. What you got, Janie?
When two zebras stand side by side, they usually face each other in opposite directions. That's so they can keep an eye out for predators.
Talking of Canada, Canada has more than 2 million lakes. That's more than 60% of the world's total lakes.
I don't know who started the Canada thing. Do you remember the adverts?
Canada Dry.
Oh, that's a great joke, by the way. A friend of mine went to Canada. He saw a sign that said, drink Canada Dry, so he did. No, you know the old adverts, you just go, Canada, with Mike McShane.
Oh, that was for the airline, for Air Canada, yes.
Canada.
Factoids.
BBC Radio 2.
All my ladies,
to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. No, I don't need introduction. Follow my simple instruction. Wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. No, I don't need introduction. Follow my simple instruction. You see me, I do what I gotta do. Oh yeah. On the gas list, no need to queue. Oh yeah. Me and my crew, we got the juice. Oh yeah. So come here, let me mentor you. Well, some say I'm bossy, cause I am the boss. Buy anything, I don't care what it costs. Stack like casino, I'm Monte Rustino. If you're the supreme, then I'm Diana Ross. All my ladies, wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. No, I don't need introduction. Follow my simple instruction. Wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. No, I don't need introduction. Follow my simple instruction. Report to the dance floor when I say, oh yeah.
Step 2.
Tell mom you'll be out too late. Oh yeah.
Step 3.
Pull up your bumper, cock up your waist. Oh yeah.
Step 4.
Grab somebody now face to face and say that you're bossy, cause you are the boss. Buy anything, you don't care what it costs. Act like casino, I'm Monte Rustino. If you're the supreme, then I'm Diana Ross. All my ladies, wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. No, I don't need introduction. Follow my simple instruction. Wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. No, I don't need introduction. Follow my simple instruction.
Yo, send me have everything when you want, put it on me. They done not the realest talk, cause she don't play.
I love this. I play it again and again. Jax Jones, Demi Lovato, Stefflon Don. Instruction, that's going on the Jockin' tomorrow.
Say enough of your thing, bad gal, mashing up the thing, mash up the thing, burn him.
Say that you're bossy, cause you are the boss. Buy anything, you don't care what it costs. Stack like casino, I'm Monte Rustino. If you're the supreme, then I'm Diana Ross. All my ladies, wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. No, I don't need introduction. Follow my simple instruction. Wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. No, I don't need introduction. Follow my simple instruction.
It's the Latin American Cities Conference in Buenos Aires today, the Fan Expo, which is dedicated to cult comics, films, television shows and games, starts in Toronto, Canada. The celeb guests who'll be there include Michael J. Fox, Jeff Goldblum, Evangeline Lilly, Karen Gillan, and William Shatner. Oh, they're calling it the Fan Expo now, so they've included movies, television shows, games. That's brilliant, isn't it? I mean, it's Comic-Con Plus.
Absolutely, and what a great lineup of stars going to that.
For sure. The Diamond League Athletics are on in Zurich. The Burley Horse Trials are being held in Stamford. What do you say about the Burley Horse Trials?
I think they're all guilty.
Yeah, I don't know you would. England are playing India at the fourth test in Southampton today. Celtic, Rangers and Burnley all playing tonight's Europa League games. The National Press Club holding their annual Journalism Awards dinner in Washington, D.C. The BMI, R&B and Hip Hop Awards are held in Atlanta, where Janet Jackson will be given the Icon Award in Atlanta later on today. Van Morrison plays the newly opened Hull Arena. Michael McIntyre playing Bristol. Michael McIntyre. At 7:30 live on Radio 3 at the Royal Albert Hall, it's the Smash-In Requiem at Prom 64 with Andres Orozco Estrada. And that's not the Estrada guy, it was the motorbike guy.
Eric Estrada.
Not Eric Estrada.
He was in Chips, California Highway Patrol. No, different Estrada.
Different guy.
I think they're related, though, aren't they, distantly?
No. Oki, Paul Oakenfold is 55, and Cameron Diaz is 46. And here's an interview that Tim did with her.
It was the most beautiful gown ever. It was like unbelievable. The embroidery was just stunning, and I felt like $1 billion in it. But
what was the film, Tim?
Sure,
it was a remake of a film that I think originally starred Gregory Peck, and I can't remember what it was called.
You know, alterations are always part of any building of any dress. You never get it right on the first time, and we kind of left it so that we had some room to figure out how it would fit on me. But really, by the end of the night, it was, it was sort of molded on me. I felt like encased in diamonds. I felt like a paved human being.
Shappi Khorsandi with us later, comedian and writer, telling us about her new play she's co-written called Women in Power. And Pete Benton from the Office for National Statistics, with all the hot new data, as I mentioned earlier, and trends that they've been collecting. And, they work kind of for us. They're independent of the government, but they are funded by us. the ONS, and they come up with all the stats every single day. You can read something the ONS has done in the press. And I think we're going to be talking about jobs, working, school, and habits and stuff
and
like
how
that.
they've changed over the years, I think he's going to talk about, isn't he?
All of that.
If I told you jump, baby, would you do it? Get right down to it. Well, I would for you. I would for you. No, there ain't no maybe, baby. No, no, it's just the truth. And nothing but the truth. Can't you see? Ooh, baby, we're on the edge of love, love, love. Baby, hold my hand and down. I don't ever wanna, no. I don't ever wanna lose you. Don't ever wanna. I'll always be true. Baby, there's no way to disguise how you feel. 'Cause it's the truth. Ooh, it's nothing but the truth. Can't you see? Ooh, baby, we're on the edge of love, love, love. Baby, hold my hand and just. I don't ever wanna. I don't ever wanna lose you. No, no, no. I'll always be true. I don't ever wanna. No, no, no. Never, ever wanna hurt you. No, no, no. I'll always be true. We're on the edge of love, love, love. Baby, hold my hand and just. I don't ever wanna. I don't ever wanna lose you. Don't ever wanna. I'll always be true. I don't ever wanna. No, no, never, ever wanna hurt you. Ever wanna. I'll always be true.
Lisa Stansfield and Never Ever. Can I remind you that tomorrow there'll be some serious jocking? It'll be 4:15.
Serious Rockin' Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Tell a friend it returns tomorrow.
BBC Radio 2.
And this is Bobby Pryor.
Steve, thank you. First of all, Northern Ireland, M1 northbound between 9 at Moira and 8 for Lisbon South. There is still one lane closed for recovery of this lorry from earlier. Edinburgh City Bypass, the A720. We had a breakdown earlier just towards the Babbiton Junction, which caused queues back to Hermiston Gate. It's still a little bit slow, but all lanes are now open. Northumberland A1 closed completely. There's an accident which is between Berwick upon Tweed and Annex, so it's at Scremiston. So just between the B6525 and the A1167, that's where the closure's in place. I'm waiting for news of a diversion. At the moment, it looks like you're on your own. A64 westbound at Bramham, we've still got that closed from the A1M at Junction 44 through to Kiddle Lane End. No change there then. And the M6 now southbound 13 to 12 down at Gailey. We've got a breakdown, so one lane is closed. A534 closed between Ridley and Broxton, still following this earlier accident yesterday. So closed from the A41 to the A49. Don't have a reopening time and it is closed both ways. Also, if you're heading on to the M1, heading north, we've got this lorry that broke down at Junction 9 for Redbourne. Now it's off the carriageway, but they've closed the inside lane for safety. Also at the bottom of the M1, but heading northbound 4 to 5, so inside the M25 between Edgware and Watford, we've got emergency repairs. That's causing big queues if you're heading out of London on that route. And finally, A21 Raw Tunbridge Wells to Lamberhurst, we've still got it partly closed goes both ways. This is just at Raw Tunbridge Wells between the Cryles Road Junction, which is the Blue Boys roundabout, and the Beach Lane Junction at Kippings Cross. So just be aware, you can get through, but you have to take it in turns. Back with another one in 40 minutes.
And some good names in there.
There are times to remember and times that I wish to forget. Our time together was tinged with love and regret. Oh, my girl, my sweet, sweet little girl. Didn't I try to tell you that life was for living? Oh, didn't I? And wasn't I the guy who said, stay away from that tribe? Oh, wasn't I? And didn't I try to tell you that stuff's gonna kill you? Oh, didn't I? But you thought it was cool, and I was just an old fool. Oh, look at ya. You left home for the city with Hollywood stars in your eyes. Now your mother, God bless her, cries herself to sleep every night. Oh, my girl, my sweet, innocent girl. Didn't I search the streets for the beggars, pimps, and cheats? Oh, didn't I? And didn't I try to guide you to a baptism of fire? Oh, didn't I? And didn't I try to warn you about them folk in California? Oh, didn't I? But you said, Daddy, please don't worry. I got friends out there who love me. Now, look at ya.
Oh, baby, come back home. We can work this out. There is no blame. I wanna hold you close and stroke your hair, share your pain.
Didn't I do the best for you? Tried to make you stay in school, didn't I? Once I was your hero, but I went from 10 to 0. Oh, didn't I? Now listen. For a roll on the dice, you nearly paid the ultimate price. Oh, didn't ya? Now I stand by your bedside, watching you fight for your life. Where's the
Didn't I? Rod Stewart, Bridget Cady.
Where's the future?
Where is the future?
Where's the beauty?
Big show on Radio 2. Commuters are so regularly using travel time for work emails that their journeys should be counted as part of the working day, researchers say. You may have heard this earlier on. Wider access to Wi-Fi on trains and the spread of mobile phones has extended the working day. A study from the University of the West of England says, well, you know, as soon as you get into that, people are going to be saying, well, I started doing a little bit of work while I was on holiday.
Exactly. You do that. That is a heck of a precedent to set, isn't it?
Really, yeah. It says the study examined 5,000 rail passengers on commuter routes into London as Wi-Fi became more available. I'm a busy mum and I rely on that time, one commuter told researchers. It's great, though, to do a little bit of work on the train once in a while.
Yeah, it's fine, but you can't extend the working hours, surely. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could say, look, I did half an hour's research in bed this morning whilst I was having a cup of tea. Can you pay me for that? I got my phone out, I did it, it's fine.
Well, I actually did.
Yeah, I did as well.
Yeah, of course. Sooty is returning to screens with a new series 70 years after the endearingly mute glove puppet's first appearance. Endearingly mute. That's a phrase. We're going going to have a look at the anniversaries in just a second. Let me just ask you, Janie, I've got a little survey here. It's about driving, and it's drivers' pet peeves. I should say this is a global survey, not necessarily a British survey, but what is the worst thing that other drivers do when you're driving?
Well, I think one of the things that happen a lot is, let's say you're in the middle lane, they're in the left-hand lane, and they leave their indicator on. So they put their indicator on, so you think, OK, well, I'll hold back, they want to move out or whatever. And then the indicator just stays on forever and a day. So you think, oh, they've obviously forgotten. Just as you're about to move forward...
Then they pull out.
Then they pull out. So the indicator has been on for, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile, or something ridiculous.
And here it's Tim Smith's.
I hate it when you're on a motorway and people do indicate and then they don't actually wait to see if there's a space or the car's going to let them go. They indicate and straight away move into another lane, even though the space is perhaps not big enough for them to move into. That is dangerous.
I think when you've been driving for years and years, it's easy to sort of forget some of the basics, I think. And when I was going out with Buddy for his driving test, pleased I did it. Yeah, I was so pleased I did it, because having to tell him, it reminded me. And I noticed that sometimes he would just get a bit too close. And then it made me remember when I was driving. Because the thing is, I think the bottom line is you've actually got to drive defensively. You can't just drive safely for yourself. You've got to think ahead of what everybody else is going to do.
Think for other people.
You've got to think for other people, because there'll always be somebody who hasn't thought.
I drive in the city a lot. When I say the city, I mean cities.
Yeah.
And I think the driving is different from people that drive in the city, people that drive in the countryside, and then people, again, that drive mainly on motorways. Certainly the motorways and people in the city, much more aggressive drivers. But people in the countryside, not so aggressive.
Well, I suppose they're not in such a hurry often, aren't they? All the roads are going to be less busy as well. Normally, not always. Not during the holiday season, obviously. I don't like getting stuck behind a tractor, though, do you? I'm only joking. No offence to
I
farmers.
once was behind a tractor, a bloke, obviously a farmer, and I guess he must have been going to the exhibition thing. He was driving down Bond Street.
In a tractor?
In a tractor, like, you know, jumping up and down. He had the hat on and everything.
Right.
And I thought, this is great. He's in Bond Street.
I'd like to have seen that.
Yes, it's brilliant. What are our top driving pet peeves? Bad overtaking, either too slow or too sudden, says Mercury News. That tops the list, followed by slow people in the fast lane. Not using indicators, tailgating, overtaking on the inside, texting and on their phone whilst they're driving, flipping cigarettes out of the window. And mine is not really mentioned here, but it's almost like yours, Janie, and that is people that signal at the very last minute. Oh, my goodness, I had no idea you were going to turn right there. You signalled at the very last minute.
Or people that then move first and then signal.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it's signal, then manoeuvre, not manoeuvre, then signal, please.
Here we go then for the anniversaries. The first trains in Britain began running. What year do you think, Janie Lee Grace?
Janie's
Give me a
face.
clue.
1830-something.
No.
I'd have said later than that.
Go on.
1890.
Oh, 1860 the first trains in Britain began running. You've obviously not been watching Michael Portillo.
Well, he hasn't been going that long, has he? Looks like it occasionally. I love you, Michael. I love your show.
The vacuum cleaner is patented by Scotsman Hubert Cecil Booth this day 1901. Now, you would think that would be a bloke called Hoover, wouldn't you? Or Mr. Vacuum. Dennis Healy, who was that?
Former Labour politician from the 70s and 80s. He was a Chancellor of the Exchequer, as I recall.
Yes, he was. This day, 1963, a direct telephone line between the White House and the Kremlin became operational. Today, 1963. And is that operational still? I don't think it is.
Well, some form of hotline still is, I assume, yeah. But I guess it's a bit more immediate these days.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
I mean, do they want to talk to each other, them two?
I thought they were the best of friends.
Who knows?
It's probably all done via Twitter.
I thought they asked each other for advice.
Chappie called Sandy and Pete Benton with us later on The Big Show.
And I'm watching the late show in my flat all alone. Oh, I hate to spend the evening on my own.
yesterday. We got Warner Brothers Records on this. They're trying to find the jacked up version so we can play it on Serious Jockin' tomorrow. We may or may not have a remix. Gimme, gimme, A Man After Midnight. It's brilliant. It's Cher.
BBC Radio 2.
When we come back, the non-stop oldies chosen by James Hodgkinson in Beeston in Nottingham.
BBC News at 3 o'clock. This is Adam Porter. A woman who wasn't married to her partner has won access to widowed parents' allowance in a landmark case at the UK's highest court. Siobhan McLaughlin from County Antrim had been denied the benefit after her partner died, despite the couple having been in a long-term relationship and having 4 children together. A family lawyer, Mark Harper, said the case could have widespread ramifications.
This is an important another nail in the coffin of the discriminatory treatment of cohabiting couples. I think it gives another strong signal that the law needs to be changed in a number of areas.
The struggling payday lender Wonga has stopped accepting new applications for loans. Earlier this week, it emerged that the company had lined up an administrator in case its board decided it couldn't be rescued. The Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon has said she wants justice and truth to prevail as her predecessor Alex Salmond fights allegations of sexual harassment. Mr Salmond, who strongly denies the accusations, has resigned from the SNP. 3 former NATO Secretary-Generals are calling for the organisation's new headquarters in Brussels to be named after the late US Senator John McCain. Anders Fogh Rasmussen, Lord Robertson and Javier Solana said Mr McCain had been a beacon for transatlantic unity. Here's Danny Aberhard.
The letter in the Times newspaper had words of high praise for Senator McCain, who died on Saturday. NATO says it will study the proposal carefully. But perhaps more important was what was left unsaid. The letter didn't mention Donald Trump by name, but John McCain was one of his fiercest critics, especially as regards NATO and Russia. He dismissed as disappointing bluster President Trump's attempts at a recent NATO summit to get many members to pay more on defence. And he lambasted Mr Trump after a subsequent summit with President Putin, someone he accused of trying to shatter the transatlantic alliance.
2 convicted rapists who absconded from an open prison in Gloucestershire yesterday have been arrested. 30-year-old John Paul Knowlson and Stuart O'Neill, who's 29, were discovered about 10 miles from Ley Hill Prison. The England football manager Gareth Southgate has named his squad for the Nations League match against Spain and the friendly against Switzerland. Manchester United's Luke Shaw, Burnley's James Tarkowski and Southampton's goalkeeper Alex McCarthy have been added to players who went to the World Cup in Russia this summer. Southgate said he was looking to build on the feel-good factor.
It's been quite a while since we haven't come out of the tournament with a root and branch review of English football, frankly. So, by the way, it doesn't mean everything's right. So, but where we are is that I think over a period of time, not just at senior level, but with our junior teams as well, some real signs of progress.
BBC News at 3 minutes past 3, our next at 4.
New waistcoat as well.
Now, the non-stop oldies brought to you daily by Steve Wright in the afternoon.
The non-stop oldies start now.
Strutting hot stuff on the street. mama lie. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Saying how cool I want she fresh and good. That boy drank all that snack on your mind. On the black satin sheets where he started to freeze. Kitty, kitty, yeah, yeah, da, da. Kitty, kitty, yeah, yeah, here. Rosa chocolata, yeah, yeah. Real lady mama Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Hodgkinson in Beeston in Nottingham picking these non-stop oldies. And James, people are dancing here. You're doing great.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Kitty, kitty, yeah, yeah, da, da.
La Belle, Lady Marmalade, and Gary Wright and Dreamweaver.
I've just closed my eyes again, climbed aboard the Dreamweaver train, trying to take away my worries of today and leave tomorrow behind. Ooh, Dreamweaver, I believe you can get me through the night.
are the oldies chosen by James Hodgkinson in Beeston in Nottingham. Hello, Steve. Hello, James. I listened to your show on the way home from the Royal Derby Hospital where I work delivering linen. I'm married to my lovely wife, Jackie, and I'm about to be a dad in October. As you'd expect, we're both very excited. Well, congratulations. I'm a member of the National Trust and enjoy photography in my spare time. I also support Derby County Ladies Football Team, which I know is tricky, being a ram living in Nottingham Forest country. I used to work at a cinema, and a lot of my oldies choices reflect that, with quite a few of these songs on soundtracks to movies. Thank you, Steve. I hope you like them. We love them. Especially this Bobby Womack across 110th Street.
I was the third brother of five, doing whatever I had to do to survive. I'm not saying what I did was alright. Trying to break out of the ghetto was a day-to-day fight. Being down so long, getting up didn't cross my mind. But I knew there was a better way of life, and I was just trying to find. You don't know what you do till you put under pressure. Across 110th Street is a hell of a tester. Across 110th Street, pimps trying to catch a woman that's weak. Across 110th Street, pushers won't let the junkie go free. Across 110th Street, woman trying to catch a trick on the street. Ooh, baby. Across 110th Street, you can find it all in the street. I got one more thing I'd like to talk to y'all about right now. Hey, brother, there's a better way out. Snorting that coke, shooting that dope, man, you're copping out. Take my advice, it's either live or die. You got to be strong if you want to survive. The family on the upper side of town will catch hell without a ghetto around. In every city you'll find the same thing going down. Harlem is the capital of every ghetto town. Let me sing it. Across 110th Street, pimps trying to catch a woman that's weak. Across 110th Street, wishes won't let the junkie go free. Oh, across 110th Street, a woman trying to catch a trick on the street. Ooh, baby. Across 110th Street, you can find it all. In the street, yes you can. Oh, look around you, look around you, look around you, look around you. Yeah.
Across 110th Street, it's Bobby Womack on the non-stop oldies as chosen by James Hodgkinson, Beeston in Nottingham. The Smiths.
I'm the sun and the air of a shyness that is criminally vulgar. I'm sun and air of nothing in particular. You should your mouth. How can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to be loved, just like everybody else does. The sun and the air of a shyness that is criminally vulgar. I am the sun and air of nothing in particular. You shut your mouth. How can you say I go about things the wrong way? I need to be loved, just like everybody else does. There's a club if you'd like to go. You could meet somebody who really loves you.
3:16 on the non-stop oldies. Should you wish to email us, steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. That's Wright, WRIGHT, steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. You can text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. This is Radio 2, almost 3:17 now. Later, we've got Shapik Kostandian, comedian and writer. And next, in the next half hour, Pete Benton. He's from the Office for National Statistics with all the hot new data and trends they've been collecting for us. And later we got some sport for you and we'll keep you up to date with the traffic and all the stuff. And these are the oldies. Aretha next.
Respect.
Available now. Six Music marks 50 years of an iconic record label.
The rise of Trojan coincided with my coming of age just as the UK's first multicultural movement was taking shape. And I was right there.
Don Letts.
Trojan ended up not only providing the soundtrack to Skinheads,
I want all you skinhead to get up on
it was also the soundtrack to the Children of the Windrush.
Marking the label's significant cultural impact.
Tunes they released dealt with themes the youth on the street, black and white, could identify with.
Don Letts meets Trojan Records Uptown.
Celebrating the 50th anniversary of Trojan Records.
On the BBC iPlayer radio app.
Thank you, Don. Brilliant.
understand me now. Sometimes I feel a little mad, but don't you know that no one alive can always be an angel? When things go wrong, I seem to be bad. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. Sometimes I'm so carefree with a joy that's hard to hide. And sometimes it seems that all I have to do is worry, and then you're bound to see my other side. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. If I seem edgy, I want you to know that I never mean to take it out on you. Life has its problems, and I get my share. And that's one thing I never mean to do, 'cause I love you. Oh, 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 baby, don't you know I'm human? I have thoughts like any other one. Sometimes I find myself alone regretting some foolish thing, some little sinful thing I've done. Soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
What a song! 2 brilliant songs. In fact, 5 brilliant songs in a row.
Intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
Warm and dry with sunny spells for most places. High of 20 in Dartford. Tonight, a dry and cool night for much of the UK. A chance of showers across southwest or southeast England, I believe. Tomorrow, Friday, much the same as today, but turning cloudy later on Northern Ireland, Western Scotland and Western Cornwall with patchy rain or drizzle. The oldies continue.
I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle.
wheel. And here comes the sweet. Are you ready?
Ready, Steve? Andy? Yeah. Mick? Okay. All right, fellas. Let's go!
It's been getting so hard living with the things you do to me. My things are getting so strange. I'd like to tell you everything I see.
Oh, I see a man at the back. As a matter of fact, his eyes are as red as the sun. And the girl in the corner, let no one ignore her, 'cause she thinks she's the passionate one. Oh, yeah, it's like lightning. Everybody was frightening, and the music was soothing, and they all started grooving. And the man at the back said, everyone attack, and they turned into a ballroom blitz. And the girl in the corner said, boy, I want the money, it'll turn into a ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz.
Reaching out for something, touching nothing's all I ever do. I softly call you over. When you appear, there's nothing left of you.
Now the man at the back is ready to crack as he raises his hands to the sky. And the girl in the corner is everyone's one. She could kill you with a wink of her eye. Oh, yeah, it was electric. So frantically hectic. And the band started leaving, 'cause they all stopped breathing. And the man at the back said, everyone attack, and it turned into a ballroom blitz. And the girl in the corner said, boy, I don't know what you will turn into a ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz. Oh, yeah, it was like lightning. Everybody was frightening, and the music was soothing, and they all started grooving. And the man at the back said, everyone attack, and it turned into a ballroom blitz.
Ballroom blitz.
And the corner said, boy, I wonder what you will turn into a ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz.
That's the sweet rounding off the non-stop oldies. I've forgotten all about that song. All right, thank you for those oldies. It's just coming round to 3:30 in Great Britain, Thursday afternoon at BBC Radio 2. The dying days of August. In the news just ahead of the traffic, the plastic bag fee could be rising to 10p. With all the shops in England having to charge, says a report. Amazon is on the verge of joining Apple as the only US company with a market capitalization of $1 trillion after an analyst boosted his price target for the Seattle tech giant. US President Donald Trump has attacked CNN's president, Jeff Zucker, on Twitter, saying he should be fired. President Trump said CNN's hatred and extreme bias toward him made the media organization unable to function. Little Jeff Z, he says, has done a terrible job. His ratings suck, and AT&T should fire him to save his credibility. Mr. Zucker is currently on 6 weeks leave from CNN to recover from heart surgery. Skips could be placed on streets in a bid to tackle repeated fly tipping, a council has announced. Last year there were more than 4,000 reports of illegally discarded waste across Walsall, with 2,000 tonnes of rubbish removed from the borough. OK, 3:31. Steve, me and my gorgeous wife Lou are currently on holiday in the wonderful Algarve, Portugal, but wouldn't miss your show for nothing. It would make our day if you could give us a shout out to all our friends also back in good old Blighty. Obrigado. That's Paul from Bear Park, County Durham. Just travelling back from Dover Castle says this. I think it's from Jonathan. I was all bit down at Margate. Had a great time. Can you give us a shout out to Sally for driving? Oh, that's from Jock, in fact. And a little shout out to Jill Travis, whose birthday is today. We're on our way back from Donegal to our campsite in Delamont County Park, County Down to go back to work. OK, that is done for you. And here is Bobby.
Steve, thank you. First of all, to the M1 Northern Ireland northbound, 9 to 8, up towards Lisbon South from Moira. We've still got one lane shut while they recover that earlier accident, so just be aware, still one lane shut, a little bit slow past the scene. The A1 between Berwick upon Tweed and Alnwick. Now, the A1 is closed completely, so both ways with this accident at Scramerston. The M1 on the southbound side, 29 to 28, down towards Alfreton. We've got a breakdown that's closed at one lane. And problems for the M6. I was just looking at the M6. It looks very heavy at 17 for Sandbach. I couldn't find the reason for it. I know there's roadworks there, but I couldn't see a breakdown or a bump. If there is one, perhaps when it's safe to do so, you could let me know. But at the moment, it does look slow through 17 to 18, Sandbach to Holmes Chapel. Then we've got the Heads of the Valley Road, the A465. It is still closed following yesterday's accident. They've got to repair the road. So the A465 closed between the Dowless Top Roundabout and the A470. That's the Merthyr bypass. There is a sign diversion for you. M1 northbound at 9 for Redbourne. We've got a broken down lorry there. It's off on the hard shoulder, but they've closed a lane for safety. Further down on the M1, but also heading north, 4 to 5 to Watford. 2 lanes are shut for emergency repairs. Now, that is causing one big queue if you're heading out of London on that route. The A26 at Tonbridge, partially blocked with an accident between Brook Street and Woodside Road. And to the M23. Now, heading south at 9 for Gatwick Airport, there was a breakdown. It's all been cleared, but you've still got some heavy traffic if you're heading down from the M25. Also, further on, A23, southbound at Pease Pottage, there's an accident that's blocked 2 lanes. Now, the queues are back towards the bottom of the M23. So the A23, southbound, 2 lanes shut from the Brighton Road at Handcross to Pease Pottage. Back with another one for you in 25 minutes.
Thank you.
Steve, this is Jeremy Vine. Now, I'm just looking at the money markets. So strange. Why would anyone want to go to a market to buy money? Seems very odd. You can get that from the bank. Call me if you know the answer. It's put a wet towel over my throbbing naked chest. Look, there's a parrot perched on my shoulder. And I'm not even a pirate. I'm drying up in the heat. .co.uk.vine.superduper.org.
I don't question how the world works when it's working out for me. I'm in love with someone beautiful, so wonderful you won't believe. Don't ask me when our worlds collided. Roll the dice and see. I know what I believe. Oh, I love just because you're mine, just because I feel, just because it's real, just because it hurts, just because it works, just because when I hear anybody ask me why it does, I say just because. I found my love beside a southern girl. She found a love beside of me. On summer days she wears a sundress, never looking better. I'm hitting way out of my league. When I fell for her, oh, I tried to hide it, couldn't fight it. Now I know that she believes. Oh, I love just because you're mine, just because I feel, just because it's real, just because it hurts, just because it works, just because when I hear anybody ask me why it does, I say just because she loves, because she smiles, sense of humor running wild, because she makes me dream about when she's walking down the aisle, because she hurts, because she cries, because she needs me in the night. So if you ask me why, I say just because she's mine, just because I feel, just because it's real, just because it hurts, just because it works, just because
And when I hear anybody ask me why it does, I say just because you're mine, just because I feel, just because it's real, just because it hurts, just because it works, just because. When I hear anybody ask me why it does, I say just because.
We have our man now from the Office for National Statistics, the ONS, and it's Pete Benton. He makes a very, very, very welcome return because these are factoids come alive and they're real. Pete Benton is the Director of Data Collection at the Office for National Statistics, easy for me to say, or the ONS as we are allowed to call it. The ONS is in fact the biggest collector of statistics in the UK. It's publicly funded, but independent of ministerial control, which is something. And each year they ask about 500,000 of us questions and collect data from 1 million businesses. I think last time you were in, I told you about the person from the ONS that came up to me at the airport as I'm coming in, which is great.
Yeah, thanks for doing that. That tells us all about where we travel, migration, what we spend overseas. But I thought I'd have a look today at what we do, the jobs that we do. Some really, really fascinating job titles exist nowadays. If I said to you, some people describe themselves as a mixologist, what would you think they did?
Something to do with cooking?
No, work in a bar. They make cocktails. Well done, Tim. Very good. But
Tim.
Jobs that have artist in the title. 3D artist, digital effects artist. You can imagine what they are.
I got one for the weekend.
But the best one I like the most, a tonsorial artist. What do you think that is?
But that's an ENT person.
No, it's a hairdresser. It's a hairdresser. It comes from the Latin word tondere, to shear, clip or crop. We do a survey that's called the Labour Force Survey, 50,000 households a year. So top 5 jobs in 2017. What do you think they were?
Tech.
No, in reverse order. 5th on the list, cleaners, 565,000. 659,000 nurses. Care workers and home carers, 778,000.
And yet there's a shortage of those.
Yeah, 3rd place though. Office administrators, 828,000. But the most high volume job that we do, sales and retail assistants.
Okay.
1,095,000 of us. Interestingly, those top 5 jobs, mostly women. 2/3 of retail assistants are women, 85% of nurses. But actually, what do you think's the most dominated female job?
Surely there aren't female and male jobs anymore.
There are. If you look in 2017, actually, we didn't find any male speech and language therapists or veterinary nurses. Now, when you think this survey goes to 1 in 500 homes, if you really want to look at the detail of who's doing what, you need to look at the 2011 census.
Yes.
And if we look at that, the most female-dominated job in that is midwives.
Midwifery, yeah.
98 point.
But there are male midwives.
There are. There's 1.1% of midwives who are male. Actually, back in 1841, there were no male midwives. We'll look back at that in a while.
I tell you what, can we do that now?
Yeah. Going
do it
right
right.
back then to 1841.
Yeah.
We can do the top 5 jobs again. So, 5th on the list, my granddad actually, boot and shoemaker, 215,000.
Has to be something to do with horses in there.
There is. 47 men and 1 woman working as knackers. Running the knackers yard.
The knackers yard.
Wow. But boot and shoemaker, 5th on the list. Cotton manufacturer, 281,000. Farmer and grazier, 300,000. But the top 2 jobs, agricultural labourer, 1.1 million people, and domestic servant, 1,143,000. There are 30 million people with jobs today. And when you think that back then there were 7 million, so 1/3 of the workforce were doing agriculture and domestic servant jobs. And actually of the domestic servants, 80% of those were women. And that accounted for half of all women's jobs. So the world has changed quite a bit.
Just going back very briefly, you've been very kind and handed me the details of some of the other occupations. Clock and watchmaker, chimney sweeper, charwoman, a cooper.
Yeah, 18,379 coopers making barrels.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Fork makers, 571. Fish hook makers, 213. So lovely detail of what people were doing. 31 mangle makers, 133 mop makers.
Great.
We had 9 artificial eye makers. 8 were men and 1 was a woman.
Just very quickly, because most people have done their holidays now, although some will go into September and October. And you obviously don't have any figures for this year yet, but what about visitors to the UK? Do we do well?
Yeah, so we've not finished adding up this year's numbers yet, but in 2017 there were 39.2 million foreign visitors to the UK for holidays. And those overseas residents spent £24.5 billion when they came to the UK. 19.8 million go to London. The next highest is Edinburgh, 2 million go in there, followed by Manchester, Birmingham, Liverpool, Glasgow, and 0.5% of them go to Brighton, trip on the pier.
We have our man from the ONS, it's Pete Benton, and we're going to come back and talk about back to school and the size of your family and what you're doing or not doing. We'll be right back. Don't go away, everybody. Some stuff in it.
We can pass it till the world falls. Go on and on till the world falls down. And we can make the world fall down. Hey, the world is gone mad. We might be safer on the dance floor. So much distraction in the past. Wake up, they're coming back for more. They coming back for more. It's still big, so let's just rock the floor. Lose ourselves tonight with no remorse until forever. We can dance it till the world falls. Go on and on till the world falls down. We can make the world fall down. Now that the coast is clear, we had no fear. We're the survivors. Wake up because the day is finally here. And the horizon. Time is up. It's still big, so let's just rock the floor. Lose ourselves tonight with no remorse. We can dance it till the world falls. Go on and on till the world falls down. We can make the world fall down.
Let's step out tonight. Ay, my feet don't walk, they fly. I dance on clouds tonight. Yeah, with me on natural high, and it's my birthday. I'ma just rock my birthday suit. I take the shirt and the shoes off the Vantage too. Call that my birthday coupe. And I wanna be free, wanna feel good to be me. Me, look, I'm a king. I got a dream. I might just call up my team and go skydiving off of my wings. Off of my wings. I feel flyer than Maya. I know what a cage bird sings. Cause you gotta have a song when the world falls down. You don't wanna be alone, so we just keep dancing.
We can dance it till the world falls. Go on and on till the world falls down. We can make the world fall down. You are now listening to Chic. We can go on and on and on. World falls down. We can go on and on and on. World falls down. We can dance it till the world falls. Go on and on
Till the world falls. It's Nile Rodgers. That's superb. Email us steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291, tweet us at BBC Radio 2.
It's almost here.
Are you very excited?
BBC Radio 2, live in Hyde Park. Sunday, the 9th of September. Listen live or watch on your TV.
Well, I once believed all fellas were nice, but girls listen to me and take my advice. Girls, you better get yourself on the right track, 'cause finding a good man, girl, is like finding a needle in a haystack. What I say, girl, needle in a haystack. Oh yeah, shoot, shoot, why not shoot, shoot.
Benton is back with us now from the ONS, and as we closed the microphone, he said, "Oh, Steve, I just wanted to get in a thing about new jobs."
So a last look at the jobs. New jobs, tattoo artists and beauticians. 117,000 of those in 2017. And that's gone up from about 60,000 in 2011. So just over 6 years, it's doubled.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course all the IT jobs, cyber security professionals. And we're actually going to probably add to the classification baristas, coffee shop workers in 2020, because there are so many of those now.
Okay, we done on jobs now?
What else do we do?
Back to school we need to do.
Back to school.
Yeah.
So,
according to data from the education departments in England and Wales, for 2017, the total number of schools in England increased between 2016 and 17 by 15. That was 11 more primary schools and 4 more secondary schools. There are expected to be 162,563 more under 16s at state schools in England this year than last year. So give us a few school stats.
yeah, these are fascinating. So we're now over 8 million kids in state schools up to the age of 18. 4,600,000 of those are in primary schools and 3,400,000 are in secondary schools. And so that's an average about 256 kids per primary school, 941 per secondary school, which is pretty much the size of the schools I was in. About 700,000 kids will be starting school in Year R next month, and a similar number going to secondary school for the first time. So a big week next week for a lot of families.
Okay, so what else we got about schools?
Well, what do people doing after school? 60% of 16 to 18-year-olds, if you ask them, say it's very likely that they're going to go on to higher education, on to university.
Oh, I thought you meant like tea club.
You didn't mean after school clubs. He means when they leave. What do they do?
Okay, because I went to tea club.
Is that right?
I can't think what I did. There was an owl club, which was the
Chess
wildlife club.
No,
I think.
because you'd spent your bus fare and you walked home, right?
Yeah.
What else? Sorry, Pete, interrupted.
Yeah, after school, 60% of 16 to 18-year-olds reckon they'd go on to do university studies or higher education of some kind. But if you look at people aged 22 to 29, only 40% actually ever went on to do that. Just over a third of that age group are still living with their parents. And the top jobs that they're doing?
Retail again.
Retail.
Restaurants.
All those sorts of things that we saw earlier.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, can we move on to families if we may?
Yeah, so looking at kids, they're at school, but how have families changed? In that Labour Force survey in 2017, the average number of children per family was 1.7. Now, if you go back to 1921, families were bigger. It was 3.75 on average, and 8% of families had 5 or more children in 1921, and that's less than 1% now. And people having kids, well, the most common day to have a child is the 26th of September. Now, that is 9 months after Christmas. It tells you what we're up to at different times of the year.
Yeah.
And this coming Saturday is the most popular Saturday of the year to get married.
Is it really? So what are our conclusions then, Pete, about families? We're all having less kids.
Having fewer kids. Half as many kids being born as there were back in the 1920s. And actually more of them are going to school. They started working at age 14. Now they're going on to school and they're going on to university. 40% of 22 to 29-year-olds have had higher education. That's a massive change.
And some trends are good and some are bad. I mean, going back to the jobs thing you were talking about, it seems to me that there's a lot more equality in occupation and jobs with men and women these days. For more on all these numbers and stats, you can go to the Office for National Statistics website. That's at ons.gov.uk, or look for them on social media. Always fascinating. Do come back at Christmas and with all the Christmas stuff that we need to know about. And,
lovely, that would be great.
Heading into the new year and all that. It's Pete Benton, everybody. Thank you very much for the ONS. Thank you. Give our best to everybody there.
All right. Everyone knows all about my direction, and in my heart somewhere I wanna go there. Still I don't go there. Everybody says say something, say something, say something, say something, say something, and say something. I don't wanna get caught up in the rhythm of it, but I can't help myself. No, I can't help myself. No. Caught up in the middle of it. No, I can't help myself. No, I can't help myself.
about my transgression. Still in my heart somewhere, there's melody and harmony for you and me tonight. I hear them call my name. Everybody says, say something, say something, say something, say something, say something, say something. I don't wanna get caught up in the rhythm of it, but I can't help myself. No, I can't help myself. No, no. Caught up in the middle of it. No, I can't help myself. No, I can't help myself. No, no, no. Caught up in the rhythm of it. Maybe I'm looking for something I can't have. Something I can't have. Maybe I'm looking for something I can't have. Something I can't have. Maybe I'm looking for something I can't have. Looking for something I can't have. Maybe I'm looking for something I can't have. Something I can't have. Sometimes the greatest way to say something is to say nothing at all. Sometimes the greatest way to say something is to say nothing at all. Sometimes the greatest way to say something is to say nothing, but I can't help myself. No, I can't help myself. No, no. Caught up in the middle of it. No, I can't help myself. No, I can't help myself. No, no, no. Caught up in the rhythm of it. Maybe I'm looking for something.
BBC Radio 2 playing Justin Timberlake, Chris Stapleton, Say Something. Steve, can I have a big shout out to the Bevins family. We're currently driving from Preston to Windsor to take the kids to Legoland tomorrow and then to London on Saturday. How many times have the kids said, are we there yet? We nearly are. Can you give a shout out, please, to my mum-in-law, Pam Lynch, currently driving from Chester to Yorkshire to spend the weekend with us for her brilliant grandson, Henry Charles. Loving the show. That's Dave. All right, Dave, in Bradford. And Steve, can we have a shout out? We're on our way back from lovely holiday in Northumberland. Long drive back to Norfolk. Simon Bietta and James. And this says, can I have a shout out for Ricky and Caroline, who are on their way to, or on the M1, excuse me, turn that down, on the M1 to Elstree Studios for the Strictly Dancing launch show tomorrow night. Loving the tunes, keep dancing. Many thanks from Caroline. You got it.
Hi, here we go again.
Joe Wiley and Simon Mayo.
Welcome to the show. Hi, well, thank you very much. You're welcome to the show as well.
Weekdays from 5.
Kiefer Sutherland, you were just sitting at the Elton John piano just before you came in.
Is that what that was?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I wouldn't have touched it.
Dear Father Simon and the Sympathetic Syndicate. No?
You hope.
Oh, yeah, okay, that sounded harsh. How on earth can you do a fish finger lasagna?
You so can.
Nadia Hussein, of course.
The things I can do with fish fingers. My record at the moment is 18 in one sitting. That's the record.
Never done more than 4.
Back this afternoon from 5.
With Lucy Worsley. And here's Bobby.
Steve, thank you. M60 Greater Manchester. If you're anti-clockwise at 15 the Swinton interchange towards 16 for Pendlebury, there's an accident. At least one lane is shut. The M5 northbound, broken down vehicle 6 to 5 at Droitwich. We got one lane shut into the roadworks. And the M1 at the bottom heading north, 4 to 5 at Watford. Still 2 lanes shut for emergency repairs. There are big queues around this. Avoid it if you can. M4 at Bristol on the eastbound side, 20 to 15. We've got a breakdown, 20. What I mean is the M5 at junction 20, which is junction 15 to 19 at Bristol. We've got one lane shut, so it's causing big queues. A26 has all reopened at Tonbridge following the earlier accident, and the A23 southbound at Pease Pottage. Finally, 2 lanes are still closed between Handcross and Pease Pottage. The queues are back to the bottom of the M23. Back with another one, half an hour.
Thank you to Popstar.
Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. so serene. He's got a TV in every room. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Here in status symbol land. Mothers complain about how hard life is, and the kids just don't understand. Creature comfort goes, they only know my soul, and make it hard for me to see. My thoughts all seem to stray to places far away. I need a change of scenery. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday.
Pleasant Valley Sunday, the Monkeys. This is Steve Wright in the afternoon at BBC Radio 2. Next out, the socials. In the cuts, we got Ryan Gosling, Jennifer Garner, plus the factoids. There's also Bobby, there's Janie, there's Tim, the captains on news, Shabnam on sport, and guest Shappy Kursandi.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Great Britain.
Radio 2 online, on digital radio, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Adam Porter. Campaigners are urging the government to change the law on bereavement benefits after an unmarried woman won her case in the Supreme Court. Siobhan McLaughlin, who's 46 and has 4 children, had been refused widowed parents' allowance when her partner died because the couple weren't married or in a civil partnership. Ms McLaughlin's lawyer said today's ruling would benefit thousands of children in the UK. Sarah Cripps, whose partner James died of a stroke in 2015, has been left to look after their 3 children without widowed parents' allowance.
He was their father in every way. I feel that he's now not being treated as their parent and the children aren't allowed his contributions. This would have been money that James would have paid through his national insurance contributions throughout his working life. He was 41 when he died. He'd worked since he was 18. And I wonder what's happened to that money.
The payday lender Wonga has stopped taking new applications for loans as it struggles to survive. The company says it's faced a significant increase in compensation claims after a clampdown on high charges. The Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon has said she wants justice and truth to prevail as her predecessor Alex Salmond fights allegations of sexual harassment. Mr Salmond, who strongly denies the accusations, has resigned from the SNP. Our reporter Katrina Renton said Mr Salmond was facing further criticism for setting up a crowdfunding campaign to help pay for his legal challenge against the Scottish Government.
Labour said to do this drags Scottish politics into the gutter, and a spokeswoman for the Scottish Conservatives said that this is astonishing, and we've heard calls from some suggesting that money should be donated to women's charities instead.
The Foreign Secretary has played down newspaper reports that the EU is preparing to offer the UK a better deal on its post-Brexit relationship. But arriving for a meeting of foreign ministers in Vienna, Jeremy Hunt said he was cautiously hopeful that progress was being made. Adam Fleming reports.
Jeremy Hunt said it was too soon to say whether the European Union was gearing up to offer the UK a post-Brexit relationship that was closer than the free trade agreement the EU has already proposed. Too much shouldn't be read into signs that the EU position might be changing, he added. It comes after French diplomats downplayed reports that Emmanuel Macron was mulling a shift in his stance. The Austrian Foreign Minister, Karen Kneißl, who's co-chairing this meeting, said that member states stood by their chief negotiator, Michel Barnier.
A finance manager for Kensington and Chelsea Council has admitted defrauding around £60,000 from the Grenfell Tower Victims Fund. Westminster Magistrates Court heard that 39-year-old Jenny McDonough, who's from South East London, spent the money on trips to Dubai and Los Angeles, expensive dinners and online gambling. BBC News at 4 4. Our next at 5.
Thanks, Adam. Sport now. Here's Shadman Yunus Jewel.
Thanks, Steve. Not a good start to the fourth test for England's cricketers, who've lost 6 wickets for 86 on the first day against India at Southampton. They're currently on 139 for 6, just coming out after tea, and lead the series 2-1. Manchester United defender Luke Shaw has been included in Gareth Southgate's 23-man England squad for September's fixtures against Spain and Switzerland. Also in a Liverpool pair, Joe Gomez and Adam Lallana, and Burnley's James Tarkowski. Rangers are in Europa League action, playing the second leg of their playoff tie against Russian club Ufa. They're heading into the second half at 1-1 with Steven Gerrard's side down to 10 men. Later, Burnley face Olympiacos at home. They're 3-1 down on aggregate to the Greek side. And after his US Open exit last night, Andy Murray's been involved in a bit of a dispute with opponent Fernando Verdasco. The Spaniard denies breaking rules by speaking to his coach during a 10-minute heat break in their second round match. Murray reported he'd seen him communicating with his team and has now joked on social media about needing a checkup because he started imagining things.
Thank you very much.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Watch this, y'all. Senti, mama, you understand that? No. Well, like, I don't understand how you can, because, like, I've been to, Paris, Beirut, I've been Iraq, Iran, Eurasia, I speak very, very fluent Spanish. Todo está bien chévere. You understand that? Bien chévere. Chévere. Bien chévere. Is that right, mama? Yeah, because I got my shaking room, I'm going to do a little thing.
Everybody's got a thing, but some don't know how to handle it. Always reaching out in vain, just taking the things not worth having. But don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing, mama. 'Cause I'll be standing on the side when you check it out. You say your style of life's a drag and that you must go other places, but just don't you feel too bad when you get fooled by smiling faces. But don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing, mama. 'Cause I'll be standing on the side when you check it out. When you get off your trip, don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. time I speak your name. That's funny. You say that you are so helpless too, that you don't know what to do. Each night I pray there will never come a day when you up and take your love away. Say you feel the same way too, and I wonder what it is I feel for you. Could it be I'm falling in love with you, baby? Could it be I'm falling in love? Could it be I'm falling in love with you, with you, with you, with you? I don't need all those things that used to bring me joy. You made me such a happy boy, and honey, you'll always be the only one for me. Meeting you was my destiny. You can be sure I will never let you down. When you need me, I'll be around. And darling, you'll always be the only one for me. Heaven made you specially. Could it be I'm falling in love with you, baby? Could it be I'm falling in love? Could it be I'm falling in love with you, with you, with you? And darling, you'll always be the only one for me. Heaven made you specially. Could it be I'm falling in love with you, baby? Could it be I'm falling in love? I wanna know now, baby. Could it be I'm falling in love with you, with you, with you?
Oh, what a song. Could it be I'm falling in love with you, baby? Steve.Wright at bbc.co.uk. Text 88291 should you need a shout out. Tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Just about now, in 24 hours' time, it'll be Serious Chockin'. That's with no G. It returns. And now... All right, we're back for Factoids. Janie Lee Grace.
The Belgian horse, Gelding, is the Guinness World Record holder for the world's tallest horse, 6 foot 11 inches. Wow.
That's not a name of a horse, is
How are
it?
you going to get on that?
Is he called Gelding or
Yeah, he's called Gelding.
Was he a
He's
Gelding?
called
I
Gelding.
think he's called Gelding. Yeah, that's what it says here. So it must be true. It's a factoid.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Philip Schofield, Chris Evans, Susan Boyle, Annie Nightingale, Jimmy Cliff, David Gower and actor Chris Marshall.
They all built sheds.
They may well have, but that's not the connection I'm after.
Okay, well, I know a few of those people. Oh, I don't know.
Hold on, let me guess. Were they all born in Cheshire or Manchester or on the edge of Wales?
No, but you're in the right vicinity. They were all born on April Fool's Day.
Oh, factoids.
All right, everyone. Prince Harry is trending on Twitter after he briefly sang at a charity performance of Hamilton. Daniel tweets, loved Prince Harry's King George III performance. And CNN International tweets, Prince Harry stole the show when he sang one of King George's lines at Hamilton last night. Kirsty Young has announced she's taking some time off from presenting Desert Island Discs over on Radio 4 because she's suffering from a form of fibromyalgia. The new series starts next month and Kirsty will present the first 2 episodes with Lauren Laverne taking over for the rest of the series. Get well soon, Kirsty. There's more ABBA on the way. Mamma Mia The Party, which launched in Stockholm, is basically a Mamma Mia-style food and theatre experience. It'll open in London next year. And the Venice International Movie Festival, the film festival, has opened over in Italy. Guillermo del Toro, who won the Golden Lion last year, is leading the main competition jury, and he expects some arguments.
We, the jury, all 9 of us, will probably stop speaking to each other because the selection this year is incredibly rich and incredibly powerful. Our task is not easy, but I believe that we are like midwives ushering new life into the world of cinema.
Okay. The festival opened, as you may have heard, with the world premiere of the new Neil Armstrong biopic First Man, which stars Ryan Gosling in the lead role. Neil Armstrong was, of course, the first person to walk on the moon, and that was a challenge for Ryan.
One of the things that was fascinating to me was the extent to which, before people walked on the moon, the idea of people walking on the moon was science fiction or just pure fantasy. And so, to me, this was a story of how do you turn science fiction into fact?
Meanwhile, Jennifer Garner was over in Hollywood for the premiere of her new film, Peppermint. Jennifer plays a woman who's out for revenge against the gang members who killed her husband and daughter. And it's a part she's pleased to have got.
There's so much at stake for every mother out there. And for this particular role, I was interested in doing action again, but the action has to be grounded in a real sense of drama and where the stakes are really, really high in an organic way. And in this movie, that all really came together.
I've worked in this factory for too long. Can't remember when I last had some time to breathe and be on my own and to do things just for a laugh. To
on that one. 5 more days till summer. Lenny Kravitz. It's a great song, that. Loving the show, listening in the kitchen whilst having a mega baking afternoon, making profiteroles, meringues, or meringues, I like to call them, and crumble, all for a pudding party tonight. Keep the good songs rolling with thanks, Barney Cansdale. You got it, Barney.
Now that you're gone, all that's left is a band of gold. All that's left of the dreams I hold is a band of the gold and the memories of what love could be. If you were still here with me, you took me from the shelter of a mother I had never known. Loved any other. We kissed after taking vows, but that night on our honeymoon, we stayed in separate rooms. I wait in the darkness of my lonely room, filled with sadness, filled with gloom, hoping soon that you walk back through that door and love me like you tried before. Since you've been gone, all that's left is a band of gold. All that's left of the dreams I hold is a band of gold and the dream of what love could be. If you are still here with me. Don't you know that I wait in the darkness of my lonely room, filled with sadness, filled with gloom, hoping soon that you walk back through that door and love me like you tried before. Since you've been gone, all that's left is a band of gold. All that's left of the dreams I hold is a band of gold and the dream of what love could be. If you were still here with me.
As you heard earlier, the sale of energy drinks could be banned in England to anybody under 18 amid fears that they are damaging children's health, the Prime Minister has said. The government has launched a public consultation on its plans to make it illegal to sell the drinks to children. Also in the news earlier, delaying breakfast by an hour and a half and eating evening meals 90 minutes earlier helps weight loss, doctors found. 2 groups of participants, one only eating within a limited time window and one carrying on as normal, were followed over 10 weeks, and that's their conclusions. It's sometimes quite difficult, isn't it?
I've heard this concept before. So the idea is that you eat within certain windows so that you would leave, let's say for sake of argument, 16 hours between eating. So in other words, a very late breakfast,
right,
and you have an early evening meal. So your eating time, your digestion time is within a small batch of time.
What about lunch? You've forgotten lunch.
No, you can have some lunch, but although you might not need it if you have a late breakfast, right? I'm just saying this is the theory.
Yeah.
So that you've got a long time when you're, in inverted commas, fasting. So therefore, your body can work on the digestion and you're not going to be piling on the fat. Whereas if you eat at 9 o'clock at night, then obviously you're going to go to bed quite soon after. And so you're not going to burn that off. And then if you have breakfast again, straight away at 7 a.m., you're eating all day, as it were. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you
What
agree
about
with
maybe just eating a little less and doing some exercise? I think that might work. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. More than half of Britons, 55%, don't know which diseases they're vaccinated against. As far as I know, I can't really remember now. Measles, for sure.
German measles?
German measles, yeah. Mumps.
I bet you aren't, because I don't think there's a vaccination for mumps. Certainly not when you were a child. And no offence.
No, No, not taken. Maybe you might be right, yeah.
No, but I thought there was, but not all in one.
Yeah.
Polio as well. You used to get a polio vaccination. It was on a piece of sugar, as I recall.
A survey of 2,000 also found 45% had never checked if they've had all their free injections. Only 1 in 4 were certain their children were up to date on jabs. Vinnie Smith of the Meningitis Research Foundation said meningitis and septicemia are deadly and can strike without warning. Vaccination is the only prevention, quote unquote. You're on Steve Wright in the afternoon. Tonight on TV, Celebrity Master Chef at 8 o'clock. Actor John Partridge, TV personality Spencer Matthews, singer Frankie Bridge, actress and singer Anita Harris, and TV presenter Jean Johansson enter the fray as they're challenged to cobble together a delicious dish out of a mystery box containing lamb rump, mackerel, mozzarella, apricots, aubergine, and phyllo pastry. I'm going to watch that. I like that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, hold on, you have to do the fish with the lamb or a separate meal?
Separate, I think.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's not going to work, is it? Even with my skills with mackerel.
We don't want to get into fish this week.
No,
we really
no scallops on the menu?
No, we don't want to get into that at all, in any way, shape or form. What else? Yeah, yoga can be as effective as some drugs at reducing blood pressure, according to research conducted as part of a school science project. And what you got for me there, Tim?
More than a quarter of us keep secrets from our partners, says a new poll this evening. These are said to include where we are, where we're going, shopping habits, debts and affairs, past or present. 1 in 20 people currently harbour a huge secret. 12% of women admit keeping something hush-hush compared to 8% of men. I don't want to comment on this, okay?
No, my secret is I wear a lot of Germaline.
We the best music. Another one. DJ Khaled.
You stick out of the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't that hard to choose. Him or me, be for real, baby, it's a no-brainer. You got your mind on loose. Go hard and watch the sunrise. One night it change your whole life. Pop top, drop top, baby, it's a no-brainer. Put 'em up if you with me, yeah, 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 yeah. In the middle.
Mama told you don't talk to strangers. Mama, but when you ride in that drop, you can't explain it. What you been waiting on this whole time? I blow the brains out of your mind. And I ain't talking about physically, I'm talking about mentally. She look like she nasty. She look like she classy. She look at her dancing. Look at her, she looking. I took her to the mansion. Yeah.
You stick out of the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't that hard to choose. Him or me, be for real, baby, it's a no-brainer. You got your mind on loose. Go hard and watch the sunrise. One night it change your whole life. Pop top, drop top, baby, it's a no-brainer. Put 'em up if you with me, yeah, 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 yeah. In the middle. Put 'em high. Put 'em high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stars, yeah. Put 'em high.
Don't look rich, I ain't got no chain. Not on the list, I ain't got no name. But we in it, I'm not no lame. And I keep it Franklin, I'm not gonna change. Lot of these messy. I just want you and your bestie. I don't got that answer for whenever you text me. It's multiple choice and they don't wanna test me. Choosing the squad. She tryna choose between me, Justin Quay and the sword. She told me that she love that I make music for God. I told her I would let her see that blood.
You stick out of the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't that hard to choose. Him or me, be for real, baby, it's a no-brainer. You got your mind on loose. Go hard and watch the sunrise. One night it change your whole life. Pop top, drop top, baby, it's a no-brainer. Put 'em up if you with me, yeah, 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 yeah. In the middle. Put 'em high. Put 'em high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stars, yeah. Put 'em high. Walk down at me sitting up. Demanding my attention, had to give it up. Look like somebody designed you, dropped it gorgeous. You made me wanna live it up. Your presence is critical. Moving my soul, yeah, you're spiritual. They hate it when you notice me. Make everybody else invisible.
Justin Bieber, Chance the Rapper. It's a great video that goes with this. I love it.
Your excuse.
Oh, yeah. 4:30 in Great Britain, Radio 2.
You stick out of the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't the hard to choose. Him or me, be for real, baby, it's a no-brainer.
Coming up next half hour, we'll talk to Shappy Sandy.
I did Question Time this year, and what was brilliant about that was realising that David Dimbleby is as obsessed as I am with political correctness. He took a question from the floor, and he went, "Gentlemen there in the blue." 10 gentlemen in blue kept their hands up, and he goes, "No, gentlemen there in the blue with the eyes. The eyes set in a face on top of a neck, on I believe some shoulders. Just say it, David, say it. The man in a turban with a beard down to his ankles, wearing ceremonial robes, holding a sword. The warrior has a question, David. Say it!"
Now here's Bobby Pryor.
Steve, thank you. First of all, to Northern Ireland. Now, the M1 between 9 at Moira and 8 for Lisbon South. It's been closed completely. They're recovering that lorry from earlier. Now, I was saying it's northbound. Eastbound before it bends north up to Belfast. So it's the eastbound route. But thank you for your updates. Really appreciated. A1 closed between Berwick-upon-Tweed and Alnwick following that earlier accident. The actual accident is at Scremiston. They have put in a diversion route both ways. A64 westbound from Bramham, which is junction 44 of the A1M to Kiddle Lane End. We've got westbound routes still closed because of that gas leak. The M1 southbound 29 to 28 at Alfreton, there's still a breakdown. One lane is shut. M60 anti-clockwise 15 to 16 at Pendlebury. Accident still there, blocking one lane, causing congestion. And the M5 heading north 6 to 5 at Droitwich. There was a breakdown. Now it looks like they've moved it off the carriageway, but it is still slow. M1 northbound at the bottom 4 to 5 at Watford. We've still got two lanes shut for emergency repairs. That is having a huge impact. And the M25 is starting to get busy. So if you're clockwise, 13 to 16 towards the M40 is heavy. Anti-clockwise 14, which is Heathrow, around to 11 at Chertsey is slow. Starting to get slow into the Dartford Tunnel. And I had some news about the Rotherhithe Tunnel. There's a breakdown on the northbound side. Now at the moment, emergency services are just on their way. So be prepared. If you're northbound or southbound, you may get held up and that while they deal with it, but it hasn't happened yet. It seems that they're letting traffic through. And then finally the A23 southbound at Pease Pottage. We had two lanes closed between Pease Pottage and Handycross. All lanes are open now. Back with another one, 25 minutes.
I got where you're coming from.
BBC Radio 2 in the United Kingdom. When I said I needed you, you said you would always stay. It wasn't me who changed, but you. And now you've gone away. Don't you see that now you've gone, and I'm left here on my own, that I have to follow you and beg you
Say, you love me, Dusty Springfield. Can you please give a mention for Fiona Hackney, who's celebrating her birthday? She's enjoying a couple of days of being pampered at a spa hotel in Helmsley in North Yorkshire. Many thanks from John Hackney. And this says, Steve, can you please say hi to me, hello, and my husband Tom Hart as we travel from Hayling Island to Weymouth to celebrate my birthday tomorrow with our friends Sally and Nicola. Many thanks from Carol.
Can't you find something else to talk about? Is this song the only one you sing? Makes you look better when you put things down. Value your opinion. Don't criticize my friends. Criticize my ideas. Don't criticize my lifestyle. I'm fed up 'cause all you wanna do is criticize. Now can we start this over? 'Cause your conversation ain't right. We can make our love stronger. You don't have to think twice. Don't criticize my friends. Criticize my ideas. Don't criticize my lifestyle. I'm fed up 'cause all you wanna do is criticize.
Shappy Corstandy is with us today. And today, this very day, Thursday, Shappy had a problem earlier on with your cat, right?
I'm suffering from extraordinary guilt right now. I have a cat that I love very, very much.
Yeah.
He's family, right?
What's his name?
Oscar.
Hello, Oscar.
Oscar does listen to your show.
I know that,
Yeah,
heard that.
and he lay on my bed all night last night with a cut on his eye.
Oh, he's sustained injury.
He's got an injury,
Oh,
and
no.
all night I was like, maybe I should take him to an emergency
I
vet.
don't want it to turn septic.
Well, the first thing I do when I leave here is run home and get my boy to the vet.
Yeah, okay, well...
And then my cat.
All right, well... I see what you did there.
Always working. Always working.
Always. We know Shappy best as a stand-up comedian, and of course, the last time she was on with us, it was just over a year ago when we were live from the Edinburgh Fringe. She came to tell us about her show, which which at that time was called Mistress and Misfits. Now, as well as performing comedy, Shappy is also a writer. She's written 2 books, A Beginner's Guide to Acting English and Nina Is Not Okay. But her latest project is a stage piece called Women in Power, a musical comedy which opens at NST City in Southampton. It's in a week's time, Thursday the 6th of September, so today week in fact. It's billed as a brand new raucous comedy with songs, dance and music and women taking the lead. It's been co-written by Shappy and 6 other women, including fellow comedian Jenny Eclair and Jess Phillips, the MP for Birmingham Yardley. So this sounds really interesting. Can you describe what the piece is?
Well, yeah, it's by the ancient Greek playwright. Now, I pronounced his name Aristophanes.
Aristophanes.
Listen, I know.
Yeah.
I said Aristophanes and my 10-year-old son said, "Mummy, don't say that in public. It's Aristophanes."
Oh, and you have said it in public.
There we are, because I'm not ashamed of my clunky education.
No.
But no, so Aristophanes, the ancient Greek comedian, comic writer, playwright, wrote a play called Women in Power, where women dress up as men and they take over the assembly, so Parliament. So the others, thinking that they're men, they get this law passed that women now rule and all decisions that affect everybody are to be taken by women only.
So this was a satire back in the day, I suppose.
What I found really interesting about it is that these days we think that our comedy now, our playwriting now, is the most up-to-date. Brilliant satire never existed until this generation came along, or this time in history. And it was brilliant to go back to 420-something BC, something like that.
Something like that.
A long time ago.
Sure.
In what way does it have to be changed? I mean, you must have made changes to it. You must have brought it up to date. I mean, I hear there's lots of swearing and poo jokes in it.
Well, not in my scene. There is a lot of swearing because we all got a scene each. Unfortunately, the brilliant directors didn't go with my "Make Athens Great Again."
No.
So how have you reimagined it then? So you're all putting forward what you would do to change the world, is that right?
No, so we get big chunks of the play each, and we don't know what the others are writing. So as a writer, you're given this brilliant freedom of speaking the voice you want and the style you want.
Oh, great.
And the big surprise is how it's all not tapestried, what's it called when you sew things together? Quilted. Mosaiced together. I think for Greece, mosaic.
That's a great idea. That's very unique,
That's
isn't it?
great. Yeah, it's brilliant. What about stand-up? You tour all the time, don't you, really?
You know what? I did a stint on I'm a Celebrity, and the one thing I got from sitting on a log for 2 weeks was that something needs to change. So I've got to stop touring. I know it's my bread and butter, I'm honest.
Yeah.
I'll say that. So I've got to figure out other ways to make things work for myself, because my children, who are sitting outside this studio now,
hello,
they're only little for a really short time, and I just need to be at home more.
Hang on. Do you miss her when she's away?
That's not a children. They're out there.
I'm sorry.
I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it might be you.
Well, you know, the little one's only 5, and she did this impersonation of me, and it was this: "Mummy's late. Mummy's got to go. Bye, bye, bye. See you later." And that was the distillation of her mother. So cat grooming, anything, any job offers anyone's got.
We're not going to talk about cats, though, are we? You can see Women in Power, a musical comedy which is co-written by Shappy at NST City in Southampton from Thursday the 6th of September through until the 29th. That's the 29th of September. And how are you coping now with the weather being a bit cooler?
Oh, I know I shouldn't really say this, but I love it.
So I
had to keep so tight-lipped about the hot weather. It was horrible. I worried about my elderly parents the whole time.
Yeah.
I was sweating the whole time. I was worried about my rabbits in the garden, if they were too hot, too cold. It was sleepless nights. That's what the summer gave me. Just some eels and damp. That's what we need more of in this country.
Look after your kids. Look after that cat.
There's a picture you're painting.
Yeah. Thank you, Shappy Corsandi, everybody.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Out of my mind, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times, too many times. My love, he makes it feel like nobody else, nobody else. But my love, he doesn't love me, so I tell myself, one, don't pick up the phone, you know he's only calling cause he's drunk and alone. Two, don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. Three, don't be his friend, you know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're under him, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him. I got no rules, I count him. I gotta do it for myself. I got no rules, I count him. I gotta do it for myself. I keep pushing forwards, but he keeps pulling me backwards. Nowhere to turn, nowhere to turn. No, now I'm standing back from it. I finally see the pattern. I never loved. But my love, he doesn't love me, so I tell myself, I do. One, don't pick up the phone, you know he's only calling cause he's drunk and alone. Two, don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. Three, don't be his friend, you know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're under him, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him. I got no rules, I count him. I gotta do it for myself. I got no rules, I count him. I gotta do it for myself. Practice makes perfect, I'm still trying to learn it by heart. Eat, sleep and breathe it, rehearse and repeat it, cause one, don't pick up the phone, you know he's only calling cause he's drunk and alone. Two, don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. Three, don't be his friend, you know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're under him, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him. I got no rules, I count him. I gotta do it for myself. I got no.
Still sounding good. Dua Lipa, New Rules. Tomorrow morning, Vanessa Feltz, of course, at 5 a.m. Mark Goodyear. Marky sits in for Chris, starting at 6:30. Then it's Ken, then it's Jeremy Vine, and then it's Steve Wright in the afternoon. That's us. Got Matt Goss on tomorrow and Serious Jockin'. And then Joe and Simon, etc. It's a good lineup radio too, isn't it?
We got to show you this.
Ahead of her appearance at BBC Proms in the Park,
Even in a song, you can make a difference.
Gladys Knight.
In conversation with me, Misha Paris, we discuss her journey in the music business.
They told us the first time we went on TV, you don't talk about you talk about the company.
Overcoming challenges.
It's not just the music, it's what you do. If you got to go through some things, then come out of it okay. You have learned something.
And her life as the Empress of Soul.
No, stop loving you.
Misha Paris meets Gladys Knight.
Join us tonight from 9 on BBC Radio 2.
Does the best ever version of The Look of Love.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Back for Factoids, Tim Smith.
You like a geezer, don't you?
Well, you know, I was talking about geezers the other day because I don't know if I told you, I went to Finland.
Yes, you went to Helsinki.
My daughter and I, we went to Helsinki, had a look round. There weren't a lot of geezers there, but talking to a Swede there, he's saying there's a lot of geezers in Sweden. There's a few geezers in Denmark, a few geezers
Iceland,
in Norway, right? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That wasn't going to be my factoid. What I was going to say is, do you know what has to happen or occur before you get a geezer?
Can you explain what a geezer is, by the way?
A geyser is a great big thing that shoots out of a hole in the ground, shoots hot water out.
That's right.
Anyway, for a geyser to occur, it needs a volcano with molten magma bubbling not far from the surface. Water then flows underground until it reaches the hot liquid rock where steam eventually builds up below it and then shoots the water out.
Yeah.
That's a geyser.
Magma.
They're a really creative band. Simon absolutely loves them. I fell asleep during a Magma gig.
Really?
He's never forgiven me.
I always think of Austin Powers when I hear magma, because that's what Dr. Eva... Magma.
A baby fetus develops fingertips at 18 weeks.
And Tim?
The amount of bacteria in your entire body is 10 times more than the amount of human cells.
Factoids.
Whenever dark is falling, you know the spirit of the party starts to come alive until the day is dawning. You can throw out all your blues and hit the city lights, 'cause there's music in the air and lots of loving everywhere. Give me the night. Give me the night. The evening action, a place to dine, a glass of wine, a little late romance. It's a chain reaction. You'll see the people of the world coming out to dance, 'cause there's music in the air and lots of loving everywhere. Give me the night. Give me the night. So come on out tonight. We'll lead the others on a ride through paradise. And if you feel alright, then we can be lovers, 'cause I see that starlight look in your eyes. Don't you know we can find? If we stay together, we'll feel the rhythm of the evening taking us up high. Never mind the weather. We'll be dancing in the street until the morning light, 'cause there's music in the air and lots of loving everywhere. Give me the night. Give me the night.
It's interesting. Band of Love and Give Me the Night.
You are my theme for a dream. Yes, you are a rare and lovely theme.
You're a theme for a dream.
The dreams I dream day and night, that your arms are holding me so tight.
You're a theme for a dream.
When I dream I kiss you.
Kiss you.
Music filled with starlight.
Starlight.
Every time I touch you.
When I touch you.
Each and every time a chime rings out.
I love you. Only you forevermore.
'Cause you're my theme for a dream. Yes, you are a rare and lovely theme.
You're my theme for a dream.
So angel, please say that you love me too, and make my dreams come true.
You're my theme for a dream.
When I dream I kiss you.
Kiss you.
Music filled with starlight.
Starlight.
Every time I touch you.
When I touch you.
Each and every time a chime rings out.
I love you. Only you forevermore.
'Cause you're my theme for a dream. Yes, you are a rare and lovely theme.
You're my theme for a dream.
So angel, please say that you love me too, and make my dreams come true.
Cliff Richard and the Shadows theme for a Dream. On RollingStone.com, Ben Stiller's teenage noise band Capital Punishment reissue their 1982 LP. Okay. On thefader.com, DJ Khaled makes home furnishings now. Oh, good. Variety.com, Tom Cruise's Top Gun Maverick pushed back to 2020. Now you're up to date. And Bobby Pryor.
Steve, thank you. Belfast, if you're heading towards on the M1, the northbound or eastbound, whichever way you want it, route between 9 and 8 towards Lisbon South is still closed. So closed 9 to 8 from Moira to recover this earlier lorry. So that's still shut. If you're onto the A1, it is still shut between Berwick-upon-Tweed and Alnwick following this accident at Scrumerston. There is two different diversions, northbound and southbound. A1M on the southbound side at junction 62 for Carville. We've got an accident there now. 2 lanes are shut. That's just come in. I'm waiting for more information. M62 eastbound, 11 to 12 through to the Eccles interchange, the M60. We've got a breakdown and 1 lane is closed. And then to the M6 heading south at the bottom, 3A to 3, Nuneaton. We've got an accident that's closed 2 lanes there, causing more queues into the roadworks. And the bottom of the M1, now the M1 northbound, 4 to 5 at Watford, there are still 2 lanes closed for emergency repairs. M25 on the clockwise side, just before the Dartford 1B turn-off, there's been an accident. So we've got delays over the QE2 bridge. And finally, M2 on the westbound side, 6 to 5. So away from Faversham towards Sittingbourne, there's a breakdown in that 2-lane section. Back with more, half an hour.
Yes, much appreciated.
Footprints in the sand, stealing like I'm making plans. I can see your face from miles and miles away, but heaven knows it's gonna fade. Heaven knows it's gonna fade. I'm a dog searching for reasons and away. Back to your hands, you made me tremble, made me crash, forget my name, and just ride that wave until we're higher than life. With the sun in our eyes, shit is forget my name and just ride that wave until we're higher than life. With the sun in our eyes, shit is right on the cloud until we fall from the sky. Low tears for the night, for the night, for the night. You just ride that wave until we're higher than life. Sun in our eyes. La 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 la. With the sun in our eyes.
We love that too.
BBC Radio 2.
Joe and Simon to follow the 5 o'clock news with the captain. With us tomorrow, yes, DJ Silly Boy returns. Serious Jockin', 4:15. That's with no G. Good evening.
BBC News.